You just see him getting pulled in a car, but you never see him locked in a cell and getting out. Normally you'd see him bouncing out the plot shop, yeah, and bail, but you never got no receipts. So what this paper's reporting on is the stalker's narrative. And they've always had a thing with English and stalker and that, this record, you know. They've always tried to make them look like angels in their own weird way. And that's what they're doing now. Self-confessed career criminal Walker, who once threatened to end the career of England football star Ross Barkley and was involved in an unlikely spat with actor Stephen Fry, was tracked down as he toured the streets of the impoverished African country. And see, now it's given a big positive thing about him now, isn't it? He's a wronging, isn't he? It's got to be when you relate to the press with like this all your life. In September last year, the 40-year-old Scouser, so he's 40, is he? Was convicted of contempt of court for live streaming on TikTok from an Irish courtroom. Walker is said to have convictions for more than 130 offences. Was in court to plead guilty for driving offences. Or wearing at the diamonds. Or we might come to that now. I'm sure he got nicked with diamonds in Ireland and that's why he was in court and all that. Monaghan 43 was shot dead, blah 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 blah. Michael Riley 44 of Liverpool is also fighting extradition to Spain. Michael Riley. And that's all it says. So it's Blue's story out the gaff, innit? No mention of diamonds in that story. He's a farce. That's what he is. And this is what happens. That's what happens to you. That's what goes on, lah. When you're thieving and deceiving everyone. Yes, Jazzy. Danzo. He knew of that story. That's why he started screaming the last few days, I'm going to have myself in and go to the UK. That's his way of getting away. He's got to address this now and he can't. You see the way he couldn't address the shit with DG Decor? You know, the voice notes, DG Decor smashing DHB's house up and all that. They couldn't get past it, could they? So he had to avoid the shit, but then he's been assaulted in the process. He's going to have to avoid this, because you can't sit there all week on every single live calling everyone a liar who's telling the truth, saying the injury happened in Africa. You can't do that now. It's there. It's in the public domain that it happened outside the Monaghan bar or around that vicinity. And it makes all sense, doesn't it? Makes sense, doesn't it? Imagine you're a well-established firm in that part of Spain. You've got your bars, like these Monagans. They're a naughty firm, aren't they? Always have been. The Lions, anyway. I've heard of the Lions for years. So they've been naughty anyway. So imagine two close people getting took out here, and then next minute you've got a Scouser issuing threats, basically. What's going to happen to you? Isn't it? That's disrespectful at the highest level, that. And there weren't even no respect towards them, was there? You know, don't get round here because you'll get whacked like these, bam bam. It weren't no like, God bless these kids, I hope the mar and the dad and the family's sweet. There was none of that. It was just all horrible, nasty and rare. No empathy towards the kids. Doesn't matter who they are. You know, there's a little. You need to have a little bit of empathy to what's going on there. You've probably got kids and shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he deserves it anyway, doesn't he? You know, the way he's carrying on with himself now, he doesn't deserve sympathy, to be honest. I just thought his right. Well, not his right. I thought, okay, now he's changed. Now I can get on with my life. Now he can't do shit. But it's quite obvious to me that he's still doing what he's always done with me. You know, behind the scenes. Because it went quiet for a bit, you know, while he was in hospital. You know, when he goes to jail, my life's great. Because he can't target me as much as he does. And I can feel his absence. So when he got injured, I felt his absence. But now I'm feeling his presence again. Do you get what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not going to start writing him off and shit. He is what he is. He's a damaged creature, isn't he? He's always been a creature to me. He's never been nothing special to me. He's always been a rat, a hateful figure, always trying to destroy people, get one over on people, and destroy people's processes. He's got an ego through the roof. If he gets offended, that's it, your house is getting smashed. That type of rat. And he's always been that way. But what he's done in his little dirty process, he's encouraged loads of youth to participate, and this is what really done me head in. It's like when I'm screaming in 218, 219, 220, I'm coming out doing videos like you see on my app now, telling the kids, don't be rats, don't be like these scumbags, dealing drugs, getting involved in violence. And within an hour, he'd come out and counteract it. It's alright to deal drugs, the boys, go out, make money, just don't participate in violence. This is the shit he's screaming at kids for years, you know. And you've got the Liverpool Echo and the Sunday Record and all these papers, you know, they're linked. The journalists are linked in their own way. And they've been promoting him in the papers for years like he's this angel of a scouser. You know, encouraging the kids to watch him. And every time your kids are watching him, he's being a plastic gangster. Look at him since March. Look how he's carried on since March last year. His views were going down. Everything was going to him. He needed to, like, galvanise and clickbait and his gifts and shit again. So he invents the story like he invented 2 years ago and 2 years before that. And wanted in the UK. He wasn't. He's invented this big story now in March last year and he's off. And then look at the escapade he went on for them 12 months. Look at the escapade, look what he done. He went back to the African well that was established in 2018. Encouraged all his new followers that he was doing it now. So when you see him at this well in this last year, that it tells you in the paper. In 2018 he established this well. It's the same thing, he's just reappeared. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then he goes on to the Diamond Tract again. Same storyline from back then. He's going down diamonds mines, he's dealing with secret diamond dealers. All this, same story. This is in 3 months. He's got on his toes. He's gone through Africa once as well. Got his diamond wells. Then he's found faith, carried faith for a little 3 months. Ruined the back out of that, didn't he? And then Faith passed away and then he moved on. What did he do? Started targeting big creators on here. Getting it all galvanising like this. Terrorising them, picking on them, causing murder. And this is where I get dragged back into it now. Because I'm just sitting there watching it all. And then loads of people are coming to me live. What are you saying about DHB's house? What are you saying about Corey's house? Blah, 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 blah. So I just give my honest opinion on him. And it was perfect for him. Bam, he latched on it. All of a sudden, I'm having a fight with him in Ireland. And he's screaming right across social media that there's a £100,000 fight with me and Darren J and it's happening. And I'm just thinking, wow, where the fuck? 3 weeks later, after I spoke about him, he's popped up with this. And I'm just going, what? Where's this game? I've never heard of this. And what's happened, it sort of showed me what I've always known. That little emotional outburst, what he normally keeps behind the scenes. Showed me, because the same people that were trying to cancel me in 219, 220, 221, the Joyce brothers, you know, 3D Fight Club, all them, the Kellys, the Tills, it's all the same movement that. They were all trying to cancel me. All of a sudden, there he is, sat next to them. We're having it on this platform, £100,000. I'm just like, I'm having a joke. I don't entertain no rat that's tried to cancel this message out. Because that's what they all done. That's why I don't go near none of them. Even when they want to try and get me on board with shit, no, see you later. Anyone that sat in the presence of any of them trying to damage me over them couple of years, I don't go near. You see me with Terry Stone doing a podcast with him. Now, it took me a little bit of galvanisation to do that podcast. Why? Because I'd seen him with Herbert 8 months before. All pally with Herbert. And because Herbert was the main man in this plot to cancel me with the Kinahans, I wouldn't go near him. But then he's asked me to do a podcast, and I went down and said, I thought different of you. I apologise for that. I'll apologise now. I said a few things when I seen you around Herbert. So I'm mixing with him again, speaking to him again. And then within 6 months, he's hugging Herbert on a couch. So to me, in a bit, bang, I will not associate with Terry Stone again, just because I've been in his company, and now he's sitting there with Rat, and he knows exactly what the Rat done to me. And that's just the way I am. You know, it's not let bygones be bygones with me. I was nearly killing myself over that horrendous experience, and everyone who's played a part, I'll never forget it. So that's it, I'm ragged back in now with Walker, screaming he's got an underground fight, and he's sitting there with all the rats from YouTube that were cancelling me out years ago. All back again trying to cancel me, jump on me energy and jump on the click about me. They've done it for years, they're horrible scumbags, mate, all of them. So I just thought, you know what, I'll play with this an idiot now. Because I know what I'm dealing with. He's a gobshite. So when I'm saying to him, yeah, alright, get to Dublin. And now, apparently, he's in a helicopter flying to Dublin to have me this straightener. I've just sent him on a goose chase. Do you understand what I mean? He's gone in some little shit way of getting there. But to his followers, I'm not bullshitting you, this is what he done. When I've screamed on here, yeah, go on then, you get to Dublin, I'll go there straight away and I'll come and have it with you, right? You know what he's done? Went and got a video off YouTube, screen recorded it, put it on his platform like he's in an helicopter, going to Dublin to have me this straightener. And he was pulling it off, only for someone to go, hang on, I've seen that video before, and found it, uploaded on YouTube 2 years ago, the exact video. And this is what he's doing. This is before his hiding. This is like 2 weeks before he's beaten. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then all he done for the 2 weeks before he got injured, full 2 weeks, every live feed we spoke about Darren G. He lost his profile, didn't he? His 400,000 profile. To get his other one back up, he just spoke about me for 2 weeks straight and then went quiet. And that's when he got injured. And if you look at the video, if you watch him if you've watched him, you will have seen him encouraging drug taking, picking on people, picking on women, picking on old people, pulling knives out, flashing guns, loading bullets. What more do you need to know? That's since March last year when he went on this new fraudulent escapade to get all these people to gift him. And he invented like 4 or 5 schemes in that 1 year. In that 1 year. And every time he got a scheme going, he made thousands of pounds off TPR. And they're still caught up in him now. Even though the evidence is there on a plate, he's been lying to you as a game for a full week saying he got up in Africa. It's there, on paper. It's weird, isn't it? Don't forget that. Blatantly threatening DHB. Do you think you can talk about me like that? Portraying it like he was picking on a bully. And that's how he was going about it. I won't let him pick on them, I'm bullying. That sort of shout, that's how he was getting round with the slimy little turd. But you know, he's on there, I'll get you done with. House is getting smashed up. Kids getting frightened life, they won't get over that, kids. Kids don't get over that. Kids will remember that more than the birthdays. Honest. It's a frightening experience, that shit, for a kid. And then you look at these ghosts promotions and all these shits, and they know about the fraud. They've been getting a little grand a week, 15 ton a week off the fraudulent mission that they've all been on. And when people oppose it, you'll have Ghost and other people like that trying to E&G knew it was going to happen. Me. I'm not lying, I'm not trying to instigate nothing here. That's truth. My younger brother knew this firm was about to shoot him dead, and he never even warned me. 2 weeks after these kids tried to shoot me, E&G's having another secret meeting with the same people. 2 weeks after that secret meeting with them same people, they try and get me again. My brother never warned me. And this is what I was up against. Do you get what I'm saying? Who's the people, Darren? The Kinahans. The Lows. The Carrolls. The Moores. It's all the same bloodline. You just don't grasp the dynamics of who runs the city of Liverpool, and I've done since the 60s and 70s. Yeah, the kids are well off. Yeah, the kids have got football managers' jobs, and they've got this, and they've got that, and they've got this. But Grandad flooded the city with tons of drugs for decades. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you hear me screaming about the lamb, Liam Cornett, they cut my brother's son, who was 14 at the time. They held him down and cut his face. Tell your Darren, we won Europe. I'm just thinking, what the f*** he's on about? But when I speak about Liam Cornett, the people he was working for was the Burns and the Kinahans. So when Liam Cornett's running around the city of Liverpool and no one's touching a hair on his body, and he's doing horrendous shit to anybody and everybody, it's because they're all shit scared of the Irish who he works for. I'm out, and I couldn't give a shit about who you work for. You think you can terrorise my nieces and my nephews? It's not happening. So I've been trying to grab the little prick, and I mean grab him. You know, he'd turn up in cars and then screech off. This is the sort of shit I was dealing with. You know, eventually, it's getting round that I'm taking the piss out of the lamb. And his little power base can't have that. Why? Because people are starting to disrespect this little shithouse who no one said anything to him from, and all of a sudden I'm on the scene going, you little rat, shithouse smackhead. Your dad's a smackhead, your uncle's a smackhead. Don't start thinking hard. They didn't like it. Now the lamb is first cousins with Ryan Lowe. The lamb is first cousins with Ryan Lowe. So now I'm giving lamb shit. All of a sudden, I've got Danielle Lowe and other people like this giving me shit. The lamb's doing madness to me nieces and nephews. I'm trying to get a grip of them to let them know what time it is. I've flopped on Lee Carroll. I've flopped on Lee Carroll twice. Tell you I'm packing in or shit's getting heavy for you. I flopped on Ryan Lowe in the city centre of Liverpool twice at the same time he was stood with Lee Carroll, and I've told Ryan Lowe exactly the same shit. Calm this kid down or shit's gonna hit the fan for your family. They never listened. What did he do? Plot to kill me. So now when I'm screaming about Ryan Lowe and you can go, it's just name, no. 5 weeks, 6 weeks before they tried to shoot me dead on my step, I'm screaming at Ryan Lowe and Lee Carroll in the city centre outside Cafe 53, which they used to own or something. Cafe on the corner, they own it. AJ Duncan's or Mary J, a cafe down there anyway. They own that block basically. So that's where I'm screaming about the Lows. And it doesn't matter if he's a manager at Chester. I couldn't give two his direct bloodline have been destroying the city of Liverpool with narcotics since I was a child. They still do it today. Doesn't matter if they got different names. Like if you look at Ryan Lowe and then you look at Franny Lowe Jr. And if you look at Franny Lowe Jr. then you've got to look at Mark Burke. And it on goes and spreads out, and then you've got the Keegans, the Moores, the Wrights, the Carrolls. You've got all these the same bloodline. They're all in each other's and had kids and all this mad stuff. So when you hear about Ryan Lowe, and then you hear me screaming about Davy Lowe, and then you hear me screaming about Jackie Lowe, and then you hear me mention Christopher Farley, and then you hear me say that Christopher Farley had an affair with Jackie Lowe behind Davy Lowe's back in the 90s, and Ryan Lowe was born. And there's always been that mark above Ryan Lowe's head that he is Chrissy Farley's son. Always. But no one wants to speak about that, do we? Why? Because it all got rushed up years ago. Why? Because Davy Lowe was supplying Christopher Lowe with all his drugs. And Christopher Lowe banged Davy Lowe's wife. And it all got quietened down. Shh. There was a big fallout, bush. And that's fact. Do you understand what I'm saying? This isn't lies. So they're all, and the business empire that they've got amongst them throughout the city of Liverpool is massive. Willie Moore had the first anaesthetics training centre in the city of Liverpool, and his daughter was running it, Natalie Moore. You know, Natalie Moore's running businesses all over the world, and it's all drug money from her dad. Willie Moore, one who tried to kill me and is in jail now. His firm owing half the city. You see, when you go down the Albert Dock and you've got that red bus, and then you've got that hot dog stand round the corner, and then you've got that ice cream van down there, the majority of that shit is owned by Willie Moore's associates. You know when you've got Oliviera, you know when you've got Tintin and his dad and his big business. Guess who his associates are? Willie Moore. You're getting the gist of everything now. And this is like 60, 50, 40 years in the city. And they've accomplished themselves with millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds. And now they own apartment blocks. They own hotels. They own some of the best buildings you see in the city of Liverpool is owned by drug dealing families. And they're untouchable now. And every time I scream and shout about any of them, I'm isolating myself in the city of Liverpool. Why? Because the network branches right throughout the city. Right throughout it. And you'll have people working for them that would never have suspected that they're working for one of the biggest drug dealers in the country, never mind the city. And they think you're attacking their decent boss when you're not. You're speaking truth, and truth will always prevail. And if you target me and come at me and try and end my life, I will speak about you and yours till the day I'm dead. Alright? Yes, fairy tales, hope you're good, lad. Again, what you've just heard there is my life, my experience. The people I've just spoke on there came into my life and impacted on the experience of my life. So I'm not just sitting here screaming Lion Low, the Lamb, the King of Hands, this, that. If them wouldn't have came into my life and tried to get me shot dead, I wouldn't have to speak on them. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not lies, it's not a fantasy. It doesn't matter what any of them say to keep the public image all crystal clear and shit. I don't give a I'm telling you the truth of what happened to me with these individuals involved, and that's why I speak on them. Do you hear me speaking on anyone's issues in Birmingham? Do you hear me screaming about that gangbanger, that gangbanger? Do you hear me screaming about that Maynard? Why? It's not because I'm scared. It's because these have never targeted me. They've never come at me. They've never tried to ruin what I'm doing with Choose a Life Not a Knife. All them rats did. So I scream about them. When I started screaming about drug dealers and the behaviours and how scummy they are, there weren't one name getting mentioned. Not one name got mentioned at all. The minute they started screaming my name all over the place, then I started screaming their names. My narrative was, kids, stay away from drug dealers, the scum. Look what they're doing to our families, look what they're doing to our city. Look at the violence. And I'm screaming, all drug dealers are dirty rats. They're destroying us from within. I'm not mentioning no names. They've just come at me. Felt very insulted. And that's where I've started screaming, shut up, because don't forget, for 2 years, I'm not mentioning a single name of them. Not one of their names is getting mentioned for 2 years. And in that 2 years, they've tried to shoot me dead. In that 2 years, they've sprayed mad shit all over the city about me being a wrong and this and that and this. In that 2 years, they've targeted me nieces and me nephews. In that 2 years, they've kicked that door in of that bird I used to go near. So for 2 years, they were terrorising the fucking life out of me, putting banners up on walls saying I'm a nonce and I'm an informer and all this mad shit, ruining me. And I haven't said a fucking word about them. Do you understand? One day I went, well, Hughes, I can't just let yous continue to speak on me and let yous continue doing what you're doing. Yous are the scum of the city. You. That business is drugs. You've been dealing drugs for the past 10 years. You're shifting this. And I'm just ruining them. Because they've had this upstanding public image that no one's really knew about. Now you've got Darren G going, shut up, you drug dealing scumbag. Shaming them. But it took me 2 years to start screaming back at them and shouting their names. They were cancelling me for 2 years straight, and I've just went, well, this. No one else is defending me. No one else is stepping up and going, he'd never do that to a 13-year-old girl. Because the stalker was a part of all this. The stalker was a part of all this shit I'm speaking about. He was in there getting paid to cancel and shit. It's been horrendous. But it's experience, people. I could have folded. I should be shot dead. They've had enough attempts. There's a reason why I've survived these attempts. There's a reason why them moves up on them killers when them killers have already got body counts where them moves have never up. When you've got serious killers coming to kill you and that moves up on them, there's a reason it's up on them. There's a reason why you're still alive. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in 2004, when this Willie Moore and these old school gangsters, I'm 23, stepping into that area, knees off, don't want your swag, don't want your help, we're going to smash it ourselves. They've got jealous, tried to tell us we couldn't do shit. Then they said we need to get our swag off them. And when we've jogged them on, they haven't liked it and started trying to steal the graft. So in 2004, I know people. I'm getting word from kids in Salford saying Scousers are trying to get you done. So I know these are trying to get me done, but they can't get me done from anyone in Liverpool. They've gone to people in Liverpool and they're all saying to him straight, and we're nothing to do with that. So he's branched out to Salford and Manchester, this Willie Moore. Started reaching out for gunmen in them areas. But because I'd done jail with them as a YP and grown up with them and mixed with them and done back to back with them in some situations, they're getting on me going, that lad, we're not, but they're trying to get you done. So now they couldn't get me done from Manchester or anyone in Liverpool. So what they went and done was got this SAS soldier. Now this is a trained killer. This isn't let's go and get Darren down there and take his head off. This is let's go and get that man that's got a body count of 200. Let's go and get that man that got the military cross off the Queen for getting his platoon out of trouble in Bosnia and saving them. They went and hired this man. This man was a Goldstream guard. One of them fellas that stands outside Buckingham Palace with a big fairy hat on. This is what he was. SAS trained killer. They went and got him to kill me. He was this much away from me. This much away from me, his gun. I'm looking at his gun and the bullets are going past me head. Now for him to cook, something's there, isn't it? For that highly trained gunman who was in the SAS for 30 years of his life before he got convicted. He f***ed up. Got someone else. Everyone in the car, except for me, got injured in 2004. Do you understand what I mean? Within a month of that, the 6th of April, the 18th of May, I've retaliated. Someone's being murdered. On the 20th of May, I'm in custody. So the 6th of April, last shit's kicked in. The 18th of May, I've responded. 2 days later, I'm arrested and in jail till 2/16. And then when I get out in 2/16, I'm out 6 months. I get bonneted off a car. Deliberate, you know, tried to kill me with a car. And then when I finish my licence, I'm in my Mars. Within 3 months, that's when the Lamb and the Kinahans and the Lows and all this firm tried to kill me. Now it's alright for you, oh, what do you mean the Lows? I put it on all their toes. Why? Because they all knew. They all knew it was going down. They all knew I was about to be murdered. They all knew when I survived. And they all panicked. You know, the minute I survived that shooting, the Lamb and his little dickhead mates fucked off to Dubai. You know, I'd done a track. Ripping the back out of them, a freestyle. You little shithouse rat flying to Dubai. You know why? I've still got the lyrics there. You know, and this is what they done. When they realised they never killed me, they all left the country. I'm not lying to you. Every one of them flew out the country within 24 hours. And you know what they tried to do? Get me breached on licence. I'm coming back from the gym one day. Just doing my thing. I've got little Peter or someone with me. We've been in the gym. We're on the way back. I'm crossing over Robson Street. This car tries to hit me. This much away from hitting me. And screams something out the window. Shouted something out the window. Now I didn't know whose the car was and I didn't know who was in the car. But what they didn't bank on was the traffic lights going red. So when they've screeched past me at dead speeds, shout the shit, within a minute they've got to slow down and stop at lights. So I've gone to the car when it's stuck at the lights. Who's in it? Ryan Lowe's sister, Danielle Lowe. What's she screaming at me? You've been wrong and you're forgetting it. Because I'm trying to get the Lamb. So now she's giving me pure shit, so I've given shit back. You little coke sniffing wheeze. Who the f*** think you are? Because she's dry lining. She's waking up in the morning sniffing coke, smoking crack and that. Trying to blag she's not. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I give her a little bit of shit. And then just crack on with me day. Go to where I was going. Put me shit in, get changed, whatever after the gym. So as I'm coming in the estate, walking up the estate, I just heard this car come from nowhere trying to bonnet me again. And there she's come back. Come in the estate. Tried to bonnet me. I've jumped on the curb. She's went down, banged in reverse, come at me again, tried to get me again. I've just missed out the way. And just stood in her face, you little junkie. What are you trying to do, you lad? But I've got it on tape now. where she's trying to bonnet me and scream this shit out the window. I've got it all on video. So now I didn't know who Papa was. I was thinking, what the f is this fuck going on about here? And now she's on the phone screaming, Papa, Papa, he's giving me shit at me window. Papa, he's threatening me, Papa. And I'm thinking, who the f Papa? And I'm going, who the f Papa? It was Davy Lowe, her dad. Davy Lowe's on the phone, her dad. Ryan Lowe's dad is on the phone to Danielle. And what he's told her to do, and I heard the words, go to the police station and get him arrested. I heard the words. She's put the phone down straight away and off down Robson Street speeding and done a right at the lights of the thought, I've got a rammer, you know, a car I used to do my own work and it's round the corner, so I've just gone and got in my blender and went and sat off and watched what she's doing. She's parked up on the road, phoned the feds. So now, as I'm watching her, you've got police cars, blue light in it, parking up behind her, speaking to her, and then got her following her to Walton Lane Police Station. The police told her to follow them to Walton Lane Police Station. So I'm following them, recording it. Watch it all, watch her go into the police station, come back out within an hour, I've got feds at my mars. We want to question your threats to kill. You threatened to kill this girl, this woman, this Danielle Lowe, and I'm going, are you mad? Look. Video evidence, she's trying to knock me over, she's trying to bonnet me. They left it. But if I wouldn't have had that video, I would have been charged and I would have been doing 8 years licence. And they knew that. Would have took me right back out the picture again and let them carry on with what they're getting up to. That's how the Lowe's got dragged into my mouth. And this isn't lies, that's what happened. That's what happened. And because they're one of the biggest, naughtiest firms I've been for years, the network of people that they've got round them, the families that have always associated with them and earned money with them, that's basically what I'm up against in Liverpool.